Welcome to the Lore Lodge. Tonight, we're descending into the world of Grand Theft Auto. Get comfortable. Close your eyes. Let your shoulders drop and your breathing slow. The story is waiting for you. Imagine you are standing on a rooftop. Not a modern one with glass railings and a garden bar. An old one. A working rooftop in the borough of Algonquin, Liberty City. The floor beneath your feet is gritty with tar and gravel. A low brick parapet, cool and damp from the constant drizzle, comes up to your waist. The air smells of rain on hot concrete, of street food from a dozen floors below, and the faint metallic tang of the elevated train line a few blocks away. It's night. The city is a vast, glittering tapestry of light laid out before you. Towers of impossible height scratch at the bruised purple sky. Rivers of yellow and white headlights flow through concrete canyons. Distant sirens weave a mournful, endless song. This is Liberty City, and tonight, you are going to get to know its story. The story of a place that doesn't exist, but feels more real than anywhere on Earth. Every great story needs a great setting, a stage upon which its heroes and villains can play out their dramas. For the sprawling satirical saga of Grand Theft Auto, that stage is often a city. And no city in its universe is more iconic, more influential, or more deeply woven into the fabric of the series than Liberty City. It is, of course, a mirror held up to New York City. A funhouse mirror, perhaps. One that exaggerates the flaws, amplifies the noise, and sharpens the edges. But a mirror nonetheless. It reflects the ambition, the corruption, the endless churn of people and money that defines the real Big Apple. It's the ultimate caricature of the American dream. A place where anyone can make it, but usually by stepping on everyone else. The Liberty City you might first picture is a sprawling metropolis of interconnected islands, a place of towering skyscrapers, grimy industrial zones, and sprawling suburbs. But it wasn't always this way. Like any great city, it has evolved. It has been built and rebuilt, imagined and reimagined. Its history within the games is a fascinating journey through the changing technology and storytelling ambitions of its creators. Let's travel back in time, not just in the city's fictional history, but in our own, to the late 1990s. The first iteration of Liberty City was a simpler affair. Viewed from a top-down perspective, it was a cartoonish collection of pixels, a digital playground for mayhem. It had the basic geography we'd come to recognize, an analog for Manhattan, New Jersey, and the outer boroughs. But it was a sketch, an outline waiting to be filled in. The real birth of Liberty City as a character in its own right came in 2001. With the arrival of Grand Theft Auto 3, the city was rendered in 3 dimensions for the first time, and it changed everything. Suddenly, you weren't just looking down on a map. You were in it, on its streets, walking its pavements. The rain slicked the tarmac, reflecting the neon signs of the red light district. The citizens had their own routines. They'd complain about the weather, hail cabs, run for cover when things got out of hand. It felt alive. This version of the city, the one we call the 3D universe version, was a masterpiece of world building and atmosphere. It was a condensed, stylized take on the East Coast of America. It felt perpetually overcast, caught in a permanent autumn drizzle. A city of grit and grime, of organized crime families clinging to old traditions and new gangs carving out their turf. Let's take a walk through its streets, shall we? Let's explore its 3 distinct islands: Portland, Staunton Island, and Shoreside Vale. First, you find yourself in Portland. This is the industrial heart of Liberty City. Its engine room. Imagine standing on a street corner in St. Mark's, the Italian neighborhood. The buildings are old brick tenements, fire escapes, zigzagging down their fronts. On the ground floor are bakeries with the smell of fresh bread spilling out, and butcher shops with slightly unsettling signs. But the real business is conducted in the social clubs and restaurants. Places like Mama's Restaurante. Places where men in sharp suits speak in low voices, their conversations punctuated by the clinking of coffee cups. This is the stronghold of the Leone crime family, a fading dynasty clinging to power. The air here is thick with history and exhaust fumes. You can hear the rumble of the elevated train overhead, its shadow briefly darkening the street as it passes. Walk a few blocks, and you're in the red light district. The neon signs hum with a low electric buzz. The colors are garish, pinks and purples and blues reflecting in the wet puddles on the broken pavement. It feels seedy, but not overtly dangerous, just tired, worn out. A place of cheap thrills and quiet desperation. Head south, and you reach the Portland docks. The smell of salt and diesel is heavy in the air. Seagulls cry overhead as they wheel and turn in the gray sky. Huge container ships sit silently in the water, their hulls stained with rust. This is where goods flow into the city, legal and illegal. It's a place of work, hard, physical work, but it's also a place of secrets. A place where deals are done in the shadows of shipping containers, and late-night transfers happen under the watchful gaze of corrupt union bosses. The rest of Portland is a patchwork of working-class neighborhoods. Chinatown, with its bustling markets, and the unmistakable smell of spices and cooking oil. Hepburn Heights, a grim collection of high-rise apartment blocks, controlled by the Diablo's gang. Trenton, a sprawling industrial zone of factories and warehouses, their chimneys pumping smoke into the perpetually gray sky. Portland is the city's blue-collar soul. It's tough, it's unglamorous, but it has a character all its own. It feels old, rooted. You get the sense that these streets have seen it all. But the city is not just one island. The Callahan Bridge, a grand old suspension bridge, is your gateway to the next part of the story. As you cross it, the landscape changes. The grime of Portland gives way to something else. Something cleaner, more modern. You have arrived on Staunton Island, the commercial and financial heart of Liberty City. This is the analog for Manhattan, and it feels like it. The buildings are taller here, gleaming towers of glass and steel that reflect the cloudy sky. The streets are wider, the cars are more expensive, and the people walk with a sense of purpose, or perhaps a sense of self-importance. This is where the real money is made, where the city's true power resides. Not in the back rooms of social clubs, but in the boardrooms on the 50th floor. You can feel the shift in atmosphere immediately. Stand in Torrington, and you are surrounded by the logos of powerful corporations. Ammunition, the city's gun supplier. Maibatsu, the car manufacturer. And towering above them all, the mysterious and slightly sinister Love Media building. Its owner, Donald Love, is a man who collects power the way others collect stamps. He is the new face of crime in Liberty City. Corporate, anonymous, and far more dangerous than any street-level mob boss. Walk through the center of the island, and you'll find Belleville Park. It's an oasis of green in the concrete jungle, a place where office workers eat their lunch on benches and joggers follow the winding paths. But even here, there's an undercurrent of tension. The park has a reputation. It's beautiful during the day, but at night, it belongs to the city's forgotten souls. It's a reminder that even in the heart of wealth and power, poverty and desperation are never far away. Staunton is a place of contrasts. In Bedford Point, you have the theaters and high-end shops, the bright lights, and the bustling crowds. It's the city at its most glamorous. Yet just a short drive away, you have Fort Staunton, a neighborhood controlled by the Colombian cartel, a place of construction sites and half-finished buildings, a scar on the face of the island. It's a constant simmering conflict zone, a physical representation of the wars being fought for control of the city's future. The island is also home to the city's institutions, the University and Liberty campus, the hospital, the police headquarters. It's the civic center, the place that pretends to uphold law and order while turning a blind eye to the corruption that funds its very existence. Staunton Island represents the shiny, respectable facade of Liberty City. It's a place of suits and ties, of billion-dollar deals and political handshakes. But beneath the polished surface, the same rot that infects Portland is present. It's just better hidden. From the southern tip of Staunton, another bridge calls to you. The Shoreside Lift Bridge, a marvel of engineering that raises and lowers to allow ships to pass. Crossing it feels like leaving the city altogether. You enter a new world. A world of manicured lawns, large houses, and a quiet that feels almost unnatural after the noise of the first two islands. This is Shoreside Vale. Shoreside Vale is the dream of suburbia, the place people move to when they've made it. It's where the city's wealthy and powerful live, in gated communities and sprawling mansions. You find yourself in Cedar Grove, a neighborhood of beautiful homes with swimming pools and 3-car garages. It's quiet, peaceful, almost sterile. The only sounds are the distant hum of a lawnmower or the gentle splash of a garden sprinkler. But this peace is an illusion. The grandest mansion of them all, a fortified compound overlooking the bay, is the headquarters of the Colombian cartel. Their presence taints the entire island. The suburban dream is funded by the city's nightmares. The quiet streets hide a deep-seated paranoia. The security gates and high walls aren't just for show. They're a physical manifestation of the fear that underpins this idyllic lifestyle. Beyond the wealthy enclaves, you have the functional parts of the island. Francis International Airport, a constant hub of activity, a place of arrivals and departures, of tearful goodbyes and hopeful hellos. It's the city's connection to the outside world. And of course, a major hub for smuggling and illicit trade. Beneath the mundane surface of baggage claims and duty-free shops, another layer of the city's underworld operates. And then there's the Cochrane Dam, a colossal concrete structure that provides power to the entire city. It's a symbol of Liberty City's engineering prowess, its ability to tame nature and bend it to its will. Standing on top of it, you can see the whole city spread out before you. The towers of Staunton, the industrial haze over Portland. It's a breathtaking view, a moment of perspective. From up here, the city seems almost peaceful. The chaos and the crime fade into a distant hum. It's a lie, of course, but it's a beautiful one. This 3D universe Liberty City was a landmark achievement. It was a character, moody, cynical, and unforgettable. But as technology marched on, so did the ambition of its creators. They weren't content with a caricature. They wanted to build a true simulation. A world so detailed, so complex, that it felt less like a game and more like a place. And so, in 2008, we were invited back to a new Liberty City, the HD Universe version. This was not just a graphical update. It was a complete teardown and rebuild. The city was reimagined from the ground up. The geography was more realistic. The satire was sharper. The details were astonishing. This new Liberty City was a living, breathing world. It was a powerful, poignant, and often hilarious critique of 21st century America. Let's step into this new world. You arrive by boat, an immigrant named Nico Bellic, chasing a distorted version of the American dream. The first thing that hits you is the light. It's different, more natural. The sun casts long shadows in the morning and bathes the city in a warm, golden glow at sunset. The weather is dynamic. A clear sky can give way to a sudden, torrential downpour that sends citizens scurrying for cover. The physics of the world feel weighty and real. Your journey begins in Broker, the new city's equivalent of Brooklyn, and it is a perfect introduction. It's a borough of immigrants, of people from all over the world packed into brick townhouses and apartment blocks. You can feel the history in the architecture, the old fire escapes, the water towers on the rooftops. It's a place of hope and struggle. You can smell the different foods cooking in a dozen different apartments, hear a dozen different languages being spoken on the street. You find yourself standing outside your cousin Roman's taxi depot in Hove Beach. The area is known as Little Russia. The signs on the shops are in Cyrillic. The old men sitting on benches are playing chess and arguing in their native tongue. It feels authentic. A small piece of Eastern Europe transplanted to the edge of this vast American city. There's a sense of community here, but also a sense of being trapped. Roman's promises of mansions and fast cars quickly evaporate, replaced by the grim reality of a tiny cockroach-infested flat and a mountain of debt. Broker is a mosaic of different neighborhoods. There's the Caribbean vibe of East Hook, the quiet residential streets of Steinway, and the looming presence of the Broker Bridge, a loving recreation of the Brooklyn Bridge. Its Gothic arch is a gateway to the glittering prize across the water. Broker is the city's foundation. It's where new arrivals land, full of dreams. It's where the city's heart truly beats. It's not glamorous, but it is real. Attached to Broker is Dukes, the stand-in for Queens. It's a sprawling, diverse borough, the quintessential middle-class melting pot. Here you'll find Francis International Airport again, but this time it's a vast, complex, and utterly believable space. You can watch planes take off and land, see the baggage handlers at work. It feels like a real, functioning airport, not just a set piece. Dukes is home to places like Steinway Park, a clear nod to Flushing Meadows Corona Park, complete with its own version of the Unisphere from the World's Fair. It's a place of leisure and recreation, but it's also a place of industry. The factories and warehouses that line the coast are a reminder that this is still a working city. Dukes is the great in-between, not as gritty as Broker, not as glamorous as Algonquin. It's the borough of the everyday, the place where most of the city's residents just try to get by. Then, you travel north to Bohan, the analog for the Bronx. The game world presents Bohan as the forgotten borough, the place the city has left behind. The moment you cross the bridge, the atmosphere changes again. The buildings feel more run down. There's more graffiti. The streets are littered with rubbish. There's a palpable sense of urban decay and neglect. You can feel the desperation in the air. The housing projects in South Bohan are grim, oppressive structures. The industrial areas are polluted wastelands. This is where the city sweeps its problems. It's a place of poverty and crime, not out of malice, but out of necessity. The people here are tough, resilient. They have to be. Bohan is a stark reminder of the other side of the American dream, the side where the dream has died or was never even a possibility. It's a powerful piece of social commentary woven directly into the geography of the world. The game doesn't need to tell you that Bohan is a tough place to live. You feel it in the cracked pavements, the boarded-up windows, the sad, neglected parks. It is the city's conscience, or its lack of one. And then, there is the main event, the island at the center of it all, the place the other boroughs revolve around, both physically and metaphorically. Algonquin, the heart of Liberty City, the recreation of Manhattan. Crossing the bridge into Algonquin for the first time is an unforgettable experience. The skyline is breathtaking, a dense forest of skyscrapers, each one a monument to wealth and power. The scale of it is immense. You feel small, insignificant. An ant in a jungle of concrete and glass. The noise level rises, the constant honking of taxis, the chatter of 1,000 pedestrians, the distant wail of sirens. It's an orchestra of urban chaos. Let's take a walk through its streets. You start in the south, in the Exchange, the city's financial district. This is Wall Street on steroids. The architecture is a mix of old, grand, neoclassical buildings and hyper-modern glass towers. Men and women in expensive suits stride purposefully along the pavements, phones clamped to their ears, barking orders. The air crackles with the energy of money, billions of dollars being made and lost every second. It's the engine of this new world, and its fuel is pure, unfiltered greed. Move north, and you find yourself in Chinatown. It's a riot of color and sound. The streets are narrow, crowded with people. Market stalls spill out onto the pavement, selling exotic fruits and vegetables. The smell of cooking from the countless restaurants is intoxicating. It's a self-contained world, a vibrant, chaotic community that feels 1,000,000 miles away from the sterile corporate world just a few blocks south. Keep walking. You pass through Little Italy, a neighborhood clinging to its history, now more of a tourist trap than a genuine community. You see the grand civic buildings of City Hall, the courts, the government offices, the places where the city's rules are made and immediately broken by those with enough money to do so. And then, you see it, the glowing heart of Algonquin, Star Junction. This is Liberty City's Times Square, and it is a sensory overload. The buildings are plastered with giant video screens, advertising everything from fizzy drinks to right-wing talk radio. The light from them is so bright it turns night into a strange, perpetual twilight. The sheer density of logos and brands is overwhelming. It's a perfect satire of consumer culture, a place that screams at you from every angle to buy, to consume, to want. You stand in the middle of it all, and it's mesmerizing. The crowds of tourists, the costumed street performers, the yellow cabs fighting for space. It is the city at its most iconic, its most vibrant, and its most soul-crushingly commercial. It is beautiful and grotesque all at once. A cathedral built to the god of advertising. To escape the madness, you head to Middle Park, the city's version of Central Park. It's a vast, rectangular expanse of green that cuts right through the heart of the island, and the change is instantaneous. The noise of the city fades, replaced by the rustle of leaves and the sound of birdsong. You can walk for miles on its winding paths, past lakes and fountains and statues. It's a masterpiece of design, a believable, functioning public space. You see people having picnics, playing sports, simply lying on the grass and staring at the sky, framed by the tops of skyscrapers. It is the city's lung, the place it goes to breathe. Algonquin is a city of layers. The opulent apartments of the super rich on the east side, overlooking the water, the gritty working class neighborhoods of the west side, with their tenement buildings and industrial piers, the theaters of the Star Junction district, the museums and art galleries of the north. Every street tells a story. Every building has a history. It is a world you can get lost in. A place that continues to reveal new secrets, even after hundreds of hours of exploration. But the HD Universe City had one more trick up its sleeve. It expanded the map. It included a whole new landmass, the state of Alderney. This is the game's New Jersey, and it has a completely different feel to the rest of the city. As you cross the bridge from Algonquin, the gleaming skyscrapers give way to a landscape of urban decay and industrial blight. Alderney is old. It feels it. The main urban area, Alderney City, is a collection of tired-looking industrial buildings, cheap motels, and run-down residential streets. This is the home of the old-school mob, the Italian and Irish crime families who have been pushed out of the main city by the new wave of criminals. They are relics, clinging to a dying way of life in a dying part of the state. The southern part of Alderney is an industrial wasteland, a maze of oil refineries, chemical plants, and container ports. The sky here is often a sickly yellow-brown from the pollution. The ground is stained with oil. It's a grim, oppressive place, a testament to the environmental cost of the city's endless consumption. But it's also beautiful, in a strange, desolate way. The complex geometry of pipes and smokestacks against a sunset can be breathtaking. And then there's the northern part of Alderney, a more suburban area with large houses and quiet streets. It's a pocket of prosperity in a sea of decay. It's where the successful mob bosses and corrupt politicians live, isolated from the consequences of their actions. Alderney is the city's dirty secret, the place where the waste is processed, where the old ways of crime go to die, and where the powerful hide from the mess they've made. It completes the picture. It makes Liberty City feel not just like a city, but like a fully realized metropolitan area. So what is the soul of this place? This Liberty City in its various forms. It's more than just a stunning technical achievement. It is a work of satire, a deep and often profound commentary on modern life. The city's soul is found in its media. Turn on the car radio, and you won't hear licensed music in the same way as other games. Instead, you hear a collection of radio stations, each one a perfect parody of a real-world genre. There's WKTT, We Know the Truth Radio, a hilarious and terrifyingly accurate take on right-wing talk shows. There's Radio Broker, the indie rock station for the city's hipsters. There's Integrity 2.0, hosted by the self-obsessed Laszlo, a character who has been with the series since the beginning. These stations are not just background noise, they are the city's voice. The commercials are brilliant satires of consumerism, advertising everything from ludicrously unhealthy fast food to private military contractors. The news reports detail the chaos that you, the player, are often causing, but framed in the breathless, sensationalist language of modern media. The talk shows are a parade of the city's deluded, narcissistic, and downright insane personalities. Listening to the radio in Liberty City is to understand its cynical, hilarious, and deeply flawed character. The city's soul is also on its internet. You can visit a cafe and log on to a simulated web. It's a perfect snapshot of the internet in the late 2000s. There are parody social media sites, online dating services full of desperate people, and news sites that offer wildly different perspectives on the same events. You can read the blogs of the city's residents, getting a glimpse into their hopes, fears, and mundane daily lives. It adds a layer of depth and humanity to the world that is simply staggering. These are not just mindless drones walking the streets. They are people with online profiles and terrible opinions. Ultimately, Liberty City is a story about the American dream, and its central thesis is that the dream is a lie. It's a carrot dangled in front of millions of people, a promise of wealth and happiness that is only ever achievable for a tiny, ruthless few. The city is a machine designed to chew up hopeful people and spit them out. Every character you meet is chasing something: money, power, respect, love. And almost all of them are doomed to fail, or to succeed in a way that hollows them out and destroys their soul. But it is not a depressing place, because the satire is so sharp, so funny, it becomes cathartic. It holds a mirror up to our own world, to our own media, our own politics, our own obsessions. And by laughing at the absurdity of Liberty City, we are perhaps learning to laugh at the absurdity of our own lives. It is a dark comedy of the highest order. It is a technical marvel, a narrative masterpiece, and a cultural phenomenon. It is a city of stories. The story of an immigrant trying to escape his past. The story of a biker caught between loyalty and freedom. The story of a bodyguard trying to find his place in a world of excess. All of their stories are woven into the fabric of the city itself. Let's return to that rooftop in Algonquin. The drizzle has stopped. The air is clean and cool. The endless symphony of the sirens seems to have quieted for a moment. Below you, the city breathes. A living organism of steel and glass and concrete, populated by millions of digital souls, each with their own story. It is a monument to an idea. The idea that a virtual world can be more than just a game. It can be a place, a piece of art, a reflection of our times. Liberty City is a paradox, a horrible place to live, but a wonderful place to visit. A concrete jungle where dreams are born and where they almost always go to die. But what a beautiful, tragic, hilarious death it is. And so the stories turn. The names change, the faces blur, but the city remains. You can feel its pulse, a deep and steady rhythm beneath the soles of your shoes. It is a city of a million different heartbeats, all beating at once, somehow finding a shared time. From the quiet, tree-lined streets of Steinway and Dukes to the relentless energy of Star Junction in Algonquin, the narrative is always unfolding. You find yourself now standing on the Broker Bridge, midway across its majestic span. A cool breeze comes in off the water, carrying the faint, salty smell of the ocean. Below you, the lights of the city are a vast, glittering carpet thrown over the darkness. Each point of light is a window, and behind each window, a story. A life, a dream being chased, or a memory being quietly held. It's easy to see why so many are drawn here. You remember the stories of those who arrived by boat, seeing the proud green form of the Statue of Happiness for the first time, a beacon of promise. For some, that promise was a lie, a cruel joke told by a city that chews people up and spits them out. But for others, it was real. The chance to be someone new, to leave the past in the cold waters of the Atlantic and step ashore into a different future. The city's true nature is not found in the headlines or the police reports. It is found in the quiet moments between the chaos. It's in the steam rising from a street vendor's cart on a chilly evening. It's in the gentle rumble of the elevated train carrying people home through Broker. It's in the shared glance between strangers sheltering from a sudden downpour under the awning of a coffee shop. These are the moments that build the soul of a place. Not the grand heists or the boardroom betrayals, but the small human connections. The city is a backdrop, a stage of concrete and steel, but the play is always about the people. Their hopes, their fears, their quiet victories, and their silent defeats, all playing out night after night. You look east, towards the distant lights of Francis International Airport. A plane is descending, a slow-moving star against the deep purple sky. More people arriving, more stories about to begin. The city waits for them, indifferent and yet full of possibility. It makes no promises, but it offers a chance. And for many, that has always been enough. The hum of the traffic on the bridge is a constant, steady drone. It becomes a kind of lullaby. The lights of the cars paint fleeting red and white streaks in the darkness. Each one is a journey, a destination, a purpose. And for you, right now, your purpose is simply to stand here, to watch, to listen, and to feel the immense, sprawling, beautiful, and complicated story of Liberty City breathe around you. It is a story that never truly ends. It just waits for the next person to turn the page, and for the city to slowly, gently, carry you towards your own dreams. Imagine for a moment that you can feel the heavy, humid air of a city you have never known. It clings to your skin, thick with the promise of rain and the distant scent of the ocean. You are stepping off a plane, not into the present day, but into a dream of the past. A dream painted in neon and pastels. The year is 1986. You are not yourself, not anymore. You are Tommy Vercetti, and you have just spent 15 years in a concrete box, a cage of grey walls and grey days, all for a man named Sonny Forelli. They called you the Harwood Butcher, a name whispered with a mix of fear and respect back in Liberty City, a name that feels like a lifetime ago. Now you are here, in Vice City, a place that looks like a postcard but feels like a powder keg. Sonny sent you here. He said it was an opportunity, a chance to expand the family business south, but you feel the truth in your gut. You were too hot, too notorious for Liberty City. You were a ghost from the 70s, a reminder of a messier time, and Sonny has sent you away, an errand boy on a long leash. The airport terminal is a symphony of noise and color. The fashion is loud. Bright pinks, electric blues, shoulder pads that could stop a truck. The music leaking from a nearby boombox is all synthesizers and drum machines. It is a different world. A world that moved on while you were locked away. You feel the rough fabric of your Hawaiian shirt. A loner, a costume for this new stage. You are met by a man. He is a nervous wreck in an expensive but poorly fitting suit. This is Ken Rosenberg, your contact. His eyes dart around constantly. His hands tremble slightly as he shakes yours. His skin is pale, almost translucent, as if the relentless Vice City sun is a personal enemy. He reeks of sweat and paranoia. He drives you from the airport. The car is a sleek, low-slung sports model, a world away from the heavy sedans you remember. As you move through the streets, the city unfolds itself. Palm trees line the boulevards, their fronds rustling in the warm breeze. Art Deco hotels in shades of mint green and flamingo pink stand like monuments to a bygone era, now lit with dazzling neon signs. You pass pristine beaches where the sand is almost white, meeting a turquoise ocean that stretches to the horizon. Everything is bright, everything is new, it is beautiful. But beneath the beauty, you can feel a tension, an energy. The city is alive with ambition and greed, a place where fortunes are made and lost in the space of a heartbeat. Ken Rosenberg will not stop talking. He is a waterfall of words, a torrent of anxieties about the deal that is about to go down. $2 million. A suitcase full of cash for a suitcase full of product. The Vance brothers are the suppliers. It is supposed to be a simple exchange, clean and professional. You have done 100 deals like this before, but something feels different. The air itself seems to crackle with uncertainty. The meeting point is at the docks. As you pull up, the sun is beginning to set, casting long shadows and painting the sky in fiery shades of orange and purple. The smell of salt and diesel hangs in the air. You see a helicopter descending, sleek and black. The Vance brothers have arrived. One of them, a man with a sharp suit and an even sharper smile, steps out to greet you. This is Lance Vance. The deal begins. Suitcases are opened. Cash is counted. Product is inspected. It all seems to be going smoothly. Too smoothly. You feel a prickle on the back of your neck. The instinct that kept you alive for 15 years inside is screaming at you. And then it happens. A sudden ambush. The quiet of the evening is shattered by the roar of engines and the crack of gunfire. 3 masked men, armed and organized, appear from nowhere. It is chaos, a whirlwind of violence and confusion. Ken Rosenberg screams and dives for cover. The pilot of the helicopter is shot. The chopper spins out of control. Lance's brother, Victor, is cut down in the crossfire. You are a survivor. You react without thinking. You grab Ken, pulling him behind the car as bullets chew up the metal around you. You return fire, but it is hopeless. They are gone as quickly as they appeared, taking both the money and the drugs with them. All they leave behind is silence, smoke, and the dead. You are alive, but you are in an impossible position. You are in a strange city with no friends, no backup, and no money. Sonny Forelli's $2 million are gone, and you know Sonny. He does not forgive failure. He does not accept excuses. He will want his money, or he will want your life. You get back in the car with the gibbering wreck that is Ken Rosenberg. The sun has now set completely, and the city's neon lights have taken over, bathing everything in an artificial dreamlike glow. The party is still going on all over Vice City. But for you, the dream has already become a nightmare. You have to get that money back. You have to find out who set you up. You have no other choice. Your life depends on it. The drive to the hotel is quiet. Ken has finally exhausted his supply of panicked phrases. You stare out of the window at the city. It seems to mock you with its glamour and its energy. You feel the weight of Sonny's expectation like a physical pressure on your chest. 15 years. You served your time without a word, without complaint. And this is your reward. A suicide mission. An impossible task. You check into a small, unassuming hotel room. The air inside is stale, smelling faintly of cheap cleaning products and desperation. The floral bedspread is thin and worn. You stand at the window, looking out at the endless stream of headlights on the boulevard below. Each car is a tiny story. People going to dinner, to clubs, to meet lovers. And you are here, alone, an outcast, a man with a death sentence hanging over his head. The phone rings. The sound is harsh, abrasive in the quiet room. You know who it is before you pick it up. Sonny. His voice is calm, but it is the calmness of a predator. He has heard what happened. He is not happy. He gives you a simple ultimatum. Get his money back, find the drugs, and find the people responsible. Or else. He hangs up. The silence that follows is heavier than before. You are on your own. But you are not a man who gives up. You are the Harwood Butcher. You survived 15 years in prison. You will survive Vice City. You will not just survive, you will conquer it. You will tear this beautiful, rotten city apart until you find what is yours. And then, you will take more. You feel a cold resolve settle over you. The fear is gone, replaced by a familiar anger, a burning fire that has kept you going for years. You will start with Ken Rosenberg. He is your only link to this city's underworld. He is a weak, pathetic man, but he knows people. And right now, that is all you need. Your new life in Vice City begins in Ken Rosenberg's office. It is an exercise in poor taste. Pastel pink walls, a glass desk, a bizarre abstract sculpture in the corner that looks like a mangled flamingo. It all feels flimsy, temporary, just like Ken himself. You lean against the wall, arms crossed, while he paces back and forth, wringing his hands. He has connections, he says. He knows people who might know something. He mentions a name, Juan Garcia Cortez, a retired colonel from some unnamed Central American country, a man who deals in information and secrets. He is having a party on his yacht. The idea of a party feels absurd, but in Vice City, business is pleasure. The lines are blurred. You need an invitation. You need a way in. Ken suggests you start by making yourself useful to the city's influential figures. People talk. Information flows like water. You just need to find the right tap to turn. Your first real taste of the city's rhythm comes from these early jobs. They are small, almost insulting. You feel like an errand boy again. You drive a property developer named Avery Carrington around. He is a caricature of a Texan tycoon, all cowboy hat and folksy wisdom that masks a ruthless ambition. He has you start a riot at a construction site to devalue the land. You stand amidst the chaos, the smell of smoke, and the shouts of angry men filling the air. And you feel a strange sense of detachment. This is just a means to an end. Then you meet the colonel. The party on his yacht is another world. The boat is enormous. A floating palace of white fiberglass and polished wood. The deck is crowded with the city's elite. Politicians, movie stars, drug lords. All smiling, drinking champagne, and making deals under the stars. The warm sea breeze carries the sound of laughter and soft music across the water. You feel the gentle rocking of the boat beneath your feet, a constant soothing motion. Colonel Cortez is a man of immense charm and quiet authority. He is older, with silver hair, and a deeply lined face that speaks of a life lived to the fullest. He listens to your story with a thoughtful expression. He understands betrayal. He understands the mechanics of power. He offers you his help, but for a price. He has errands of his own, favors to be called in, enemies to be dealt with. One of his tasks leads you to a man named Ricardo Diaz. The name is spoken in hushed tones around the city. Diaz is the king of the drug trade in Vice City, a man of immense wealth and a notoriously short temper. Cortez suspects Diaz may have had something to do with your ambush deal. He wants you to get close to him, to earn his trust. Working for Diaz is like handling unstable explosives. He lives in a sprawling mansion on Starfish Island, a private enclave for the city's super rich. The house is a fortress, guarded by an army of loyal thugs. Diaz himself is a small, agitated man, constantly surrounded by the latest technology, yet seemingly at war with it. You watch him smash a VCR with a shotgun because it will not play his favorite movie. His moods are violent and unpredictable. During this time, you cross paths again with Lance Vance. He has been doing his own digging, trying to find the men who killed his brother. He is driven by a cold, quiet rage. He is smooth, charismatic, a stark contrast to your own blunt, no-nonsense approach. You do not trust him, but you share a common enemy. You form a fragile, unspoken alliance. Together, you begin to work for Diaz, doing his dirty work. You feel the slick leather of a speedboat seat as you race through the city's canals on a high-stakes collection. You smell the acrid cordite from a shootout in a downtown alley. You are a weapon, a tool for these powerful men. But with every job, you are learning. You are mapping the city's network of power. You are seeing the weaknesses, the fractures. Lance is impatient. His desire for revenge makes him reckless. He tries to make a move on Diaz too early and gets himself captured. Diaz's men take him to the city junkyard to be tortured and killed. You have a choice. Let him die and take all the glory for yourself, or rescue him and preserve your alliance. You choose to save him. You fight your way through the junkyard, a maze of rusting metal and broken machinery. The air is thick with the smell of oil and decay. You find Lance, beaten but alive. You get him out. In that moment, a bond is forged. Not of friendship, but of shared purpose. He owes you his life. The pieces are starting to fall into place. A contact of Colonel Cortez, a professional safe cracker, confirms your suspicions. The ambush at the docks, the stolen money, the drugs. It was all orchestrated by one man, Ricardo Diaz. He wanted to corner the market, to eliminate the competition, and send a message to the Forelli family up north. He played you. He used you. He had you working for him, cleaning up his messes, while he sat in his mansion, laughing at the irony. The anger you feel is cold and sharp. It is not the hot rage of a man like Diaz. It is the calculated fury of a survivor who has been backed into a corner one too many times. It is time to stop being the errand boy. It is time to stop working for other people's empires. It is time to build your own, and you will build it on the ruins of Ricardo Diaz's mansion. You and Lance plan your assault. It is audacious. A direct attack on the most powerful man in the city, in his own home. You gather weapons, body armor. You feel the solid, reassuring weight of an assault rifle in your hands. This is a language you understand. The language of force. The language that gets things done when words and deals fail. The night of the assault is clear and still. The moon hangs high over Starfish Island, its silvery light reflecting off the calm water of the bay. You approach the Diaz estate by stealth, the quiet hum of your boat's engine, the only sound breaking the silence. The mansion is a monument to excess. A sprawling Spanish-style villa with vast lawns, fountains, and a private dock. It is lit up like a palace, music and laughter drifting from within. Diaz is having a party, oblivious to the storm that is about to break over his head. You and Lance cut through the grounds, moving from shadow to shadow. The air is sweet with the scent of night-blooming jasmine from the manicured gardens. It is a peaceful, beautiful place. A place you are about to turn into a war zone. The attack is swift and brutal. You breach the mansion's defenses, and all hell breaks loose. The party guests scream and scatter. Diaz's guards, caught by surprise, try to mount a defense, but you are a whirlwind of controlled violence. 15 years of pent-up frustration and anger are unleashed in a storm of gunfire. You move through the opulent rooms. The decor is gaudy, a mess of leopard print carpets, gold-plated fixtures, and statues of questionable taste. Bullets tear through priceless vases and oil paintings. The symbols of Diaz's power are destroyed, one by one. You are not just killing his men. You are erasing him. You fight your way to his office, the heart of his empire. And there he is, Ricardo Diaz, the king of Vice City. In this moment, he is not a fearsome drug lord. He is just a small, scared man, cornered and out of options. He tries to fight back, but it is pathetic. A final desperate act of a fallen tyrant. It ends quickly. The mansion falls silent. The only sound is the ringing in your ears and your own heavy breathing. You stand over Diaz's body, the smell of gunpowder sharp in the air. Lance is beside you, a look of grim satisfaction on his face. His brother is avenged. But for you, it is not about revenge. It is about something much bigger. You look around the magnificent blood-spattered office, the huge desk, the panoramic view of the city skyline. This is it. This is the center of power. And now, it is yours. You have done the impossible. You arrived in this city with nothing but a bad reputation and a death sentence. Now, you stand in the mansion of the man who ruled it all. You have his house, his operation, his city. You have cut the leash. You no longer work for Sonny Forelli. You work for yourself. You walk out onto the grand balcony. The city stretches out before you, a glittering tapestry of lights against the dark velvet of the night. You can feel the thrum of its energy, its endless pulse of ambition and desire. It is a living, breathing thing, and you are its new master. The feeling is not one of simple victory. It is something deeper, a profound sense of arrival, of destiny fulfilled. You came here to get Sonny's money back, but you have found something far more valuable. You have found a kingdom. The Vercetti crime family has just been born, and this is its throne. Owning a kingdom, you quickly discover, is very different from conquering one. The Diaz mansion, now the Vercetti estate, is quiet. The echoes of the takeover have faded, replaced by the mundane realities of running an empire. It is a business, a very dangerous, very profitable business. You sit behind the vast empty desk that once belonged to Ricardo Diaz. The leather of the chair is cool against your skin. Through the bulletproof windows, you can see the city you now control. But control is a fragile thing. Diaz's operation was built on fear. You need to build something more enduring. You need to build legitimacy, or at least the illusion of it. Ken Rosenberg is still by your side. He is more terrified of you now than he ever was of Diaz. But he is a useful, if pathetic, administrator. He handles the paperwork, the lawyers, the parts of the business that do not require a gun. He suggests you start acquiring legitimate businesses, fronts, ways to launder the vast amounts of cash that are now flowing your way. Your empire begins to spread across the city, buying up assets. You acquire a taxi company, a boatyard, an ice cream factory that sells more than just frozen treats. Each business is a new piece on the chessboard, a new stream of income, a new set of problems. You buy a downtown printing works, not for printing newspapers, but for printing money. You stand in the vast, echoing press room, the air thick with the chemical smell of ink and paper. The rhythmic clanking of the machinery is like a steady heartbeat, pumping counterfeit cash into the city's veins. It feels like a magic trick, turning worthless paper into power. You venture into the world of entertainment. You purchase Interglobal Films, a struggling film studio known for producing schlock of the highest order. You meet the director, a neurotic genius named Steve Scott, who sees art where you see profit. You help him complete his masterpiece, a ridiculous action film, by providing a certain level of authenticity to the stunts. It is another way to clean your money, to rub shoulders with a different kind of powerful person. The Malibu Club, the epicenter of Vice City's nightlife. You buy it. You stand in the VIP lounge, looking down at the dance floor, a swirling mass of bodies moving to the synth-heavy pulse of the music. The neon lights paint everything in a dreamlike haze. You own this place. You own the night, but you feel disconnected from it. You are the observer, not the participant. With each new acquisition, your power grows, but so does your isolation. You are no longer the man on the street. You are the man in the mansion. People do not talk to you. They report to you. They fear you. The easy camaraderie of the old days, even the grim partnership with Lance, begins to feel distant. Lance is changing. He is enjoying the high life, the money, the women, the respect. He feels he is your partner, your equal. But you see the weakness in him, the impatience, the resentment simmering just beneath the surface. He feels he is not getting his fair share of the credit, of the power. You can see it in his eyes, a subtle shift, a growing distance. And then there is Sonny, the ghost from your past. He has been quiet, too quiet. He knows you have taken over Diaz's operation. He knows you are sitting on a mountain of cash. His cash, in his mind. The phone calls start again. At first, they are almost friendly. Congratulations on your success. He always knew you had it in you. But the undertone is clear. He wants his cut. He wants his tribute. You refuse. You tell him the Forelli family has no business in Vice City. This is your town now. It is a declaration of war. You know it. He knows it. The final confrontation is inevitable. It is no longer about the $2 million you lost. It is about everything. It is about respect. It is about who owns your life. You start to feel the pressure from all sides. Rival gangs, left in the power vacuum after Diaz's fall, start to test your borders. You have to put down insurrections to remind everyone who is in charge. The violence is no longer about survival or conquest. It is about maintenance, the grim, repetitive work of holding on to power. You spend more and more time in the mansion. It is both your fortress and your prison. You trust no one. Every new face is a potential threat. Every deal is a potential betrayal. You have achieved the dream. You have more money and power than you could ever have imagined. But you are more alone than you were in that prison cell back in Liberty City. You think back to the man who stepped off the plane. A man with nothing but with a clear purpose. Get the money. Get out. Life was simpler then. Now, it is a complex web of alliances and betrayals, of assets and liabilities. You have become the thing you sought to destroy. A king on a lonely throne, waiting for the assassins to come. The final call comes. Sonny Vercetti is coming to Vice City himself. He is coming to collect. He says he is coming to talk, to make a deal. But you know better. He is coming to end this, to take your empire and your life, to make an example of you, the prodigal son who dared to defy his father. The day Sonny Vercetti arrives is bright and beautiful, a perfect Vice City day, the kind of day that feels like a cruel joke, given the darkness that is about to descend. You stand in your office in the Vercetti estate, the same office where you ended Ricardo Diaz, and you wait. You have prepared for this. You have your most trusted men stationed throughout the mansion. You have a plan. You will give Sonny counterfeit money from your printing press. A final insult. A way to buy yourself some time. To show him you are smarter than he thinks. Sonny arrives not as a guest, but as a conqueror. He strides into your office, flanked by his soldiers. He is older than you remember, but his eyes have the same cold fire. He is the past, come to claim the future. The conversation is tense, a dance of veiled threats and false respect. He talks about loyalty, about family, words that mean nothing coming from his mouth. And then, the final betrayal, the one you should have seen coming. Lance Vance steps forward. He stands by Sonny's side. He tells you it is just business. He felt betrayed, left out. He made a deal with Sonny, your kingdom for his own piece of the pie. He tells your men that the counterfeit money is in the safe upstairs. He reveals your plan. He signs your death warrant with a smile. In that moment, everything becomes clear. The resentment you saw in his eyes, the distance that had grown between you, it was all leading to this. The man whose life you saved, the man you fought alongside, has sold you out. The pain of this betrayal is sharper than any bullet. Sonny laughs. He reveals one final truth. The 15 years you spent in prison, it was not bad luck. It was a setup. He sent you into that ambush in Harwood, expecting you to die. You were a problem then, just as you are a problem now. Your whole life, your loyalty, it has all been a lie. You were never part of his family. You were just a tool to be used and discarded. The world narrows to the confines of your office. The time for talking is over. The mansion erupts into a final climactic battle. Sonny's men pour in from all sides. It is a siege. You are trapped in your own fortress. You fight your way through your own home. The beautiful, opulent rooms become a killing ground. You are no longer fighting for money or for power. You are fighting for your life, fueled by the pure, white-hot rage of betrayal. You are the Harwood butcher once more. You hunt Lance first. You chase him to the rooftop of the mansion. The wind whips around you. The city lights twinkling below like fallen stars. He is a coward. He tries to run, to hide, but there is nowhere to go. You confront him under the vast, indifferent sky. He dies not with a bang, but with a whimper. Then it is just you and Sonny. You face him at the bottom of the grand staircase, the same staircase you once walked down as a conqueror. He is the final ghost, the architect of all your pain, the man who made you and the man who tried to break you. He is still arrogant, still defiant to the end. He cannot believe that you, the errand boy, could ever defeat him. The final exchange of gunfire is almost anticlimactic. He falls, and with him, your past dies. Every debt is paid, every ghost is laid to rest. The silence that descends upon the mansion is absolute. You are alone, truly alone. Ken Rosenberg finds you, standing amidst the wreckage and the bodies. He is babbling, a mix of terror and relief. He asks what is next, what happens now. You look out through the shattered entrance of your home at the city that is now indisputably yours. There is no one left to challenge you, no one left to betray you. You have won. The American dream, Vice City style. You have it all. You realize something profound in that quiet moment. Sonny was right about one thing. The world is a business, and you have just completed the ultimate hostile takeover. You have finally, truly become your own man. The cost was everything and everyone you ever knew. But as you stand there, master of your own small, violent universe, you know it was worth it. This is your city now, and your reign is just beginning. The echoes of the final confrontation fade into the high ceilings of your mansion. The air once filled with noise and fury is now still. It carries only the faint metallic scent of spent cartridges and the heavier perfume of ozone. You are alone now, truly alone. The bodies have been taken care of. The mess is being cleaned. But in the grand entrance hall, standing on the cool marble, you feel the profound silence that follows a storm. This is the sound of absolute victory. It is quieter than you imagined. You walk slowly through the rooms of your new palace. Each step is deliberate. You remember arriving in this city, a place of impossible color and suffocating heat, with nothing but a reputation you wanted to escape. You were an errand boy, a pawn sent south to be forgotten. Sonny Forelli saw you as a tool, a relic from another time. He underestimated you. They all did. They saw the Harwood butcher, but they did not see the architect of an empire waiting to be born. You think of Lance, his erratic energy, his desire for revenge that so often clouded his judgment. He called you friend, brother, and in the end, he betrayed you for the same man who had ruined his own life. There is a bitter taste to that memory. A small, hollow ache in the center of your triumph. Power in Vice City, you have learned, is a solitary pursuit. It requires a shedding of loyalties, a hardening of the heart. You did what you had to do. You always do. From your office, the great windows frame the city like a living painting. The neon signs of Ocean Drive bleed into the night sky, a symphony of pink and blue and electric green. The headlights of cars move like fireflies along the boulevards below. It all looks so peaceful from up here, so orderly. You can draw a line from this room to every corner of your influence. The clubs, the docks, the businesses, the illicit enterprises, humming away in the darkness. It is all yours, not borrowed, not managed on behalf of some distant boss. It is the Vercetti estate, and you are its undisputed king. This wasn't just about money. It was never just about the money. It was about respect, about building something that could not be taken away. Sonny wanted to come down and claim your success as his own. He believed the world still worked that way, that men like you were forever bound to men like him. But you taught him that times had changed. Vice City is a new kind of kingdom, for a new kind of king. One who understands that loyalty is a currency, and betrayal is sometimes just the cost of doing business. A deep sense of calm settles over you. The adrenaline has faded, replaced by a quiet, powerful sense of finality. The past is a closed book. The future is a kingdom to be ruled. For now, there is only the gentle hum of the air conditioning and the distant, muted pulse of the city you conquered. You are the master of this vibrant, beautiful, dangerous world. You stand here, in the quiet of your victory, and watch the endless night of Vice City. And for the first time in a long time, you feel a sense of peace. The storm is over. You have survived. You have won. Let the neon glow of the city fade from your mind. Let the sounds of sirens and hurried footsteps dissolve into silence. We are leaving the concrete canyons behind now. We are heading out into the great wide open. Imagine you are standing on a dusty overlook. Below you, a vast and sprawling landscape unfolds. It is the state of San Andreas. Not the San Andreas of chaotic freeways and violent ambition, but another version, the quiet version, the one that exists between the missions after the sun has set. You can feel a gentle breeze, cool and dry, carrying the scent of sagebrush and distant pine. The sky above is a deep, star-dusted velvet, unspoiled by city lights. This is a place of secrets, a digital wilderness, vast and seemingly empty, but teeming with whispers and shadows. It's a land built of code and polygons, yet it holds mysteries as deep as any ancient forest or forgotten desert. Tonight, you are not a gangster or a kingpin. You are a wanderer, a seeker of strange truths. You are here to explore the folklore of this fabricated world, the ghost stories told not around a campfire but on internet forums in the early hours of the morning. Settle in. Let your breathing slow. We are going on a quiet hunt for the ghosts in the machine, a journey into the strange and sleepy heart of San Andreas. Our journey begins in the deep woods, far to the south of the state, in the county of Whetstone. Here, the landscape changes. The arid plains give way to rolling hills and thick, ancient forests. The air grows cooler, heavier with the smell of damp earth and pine needles. You leave your vehicle by the side of a forgotten dirt track, the engine ticking softly as it cools. Step out onto the soft ground. The sound of your footsteps is muffled by a carpet of fallen leaves. Above you, the canopy of the trees is so dense that it almost blocks out the sky. Only small, shifting patches of moonlight find their way through, dappling the forest floor in an ever-changing pattern of silver and black. This is the Baco Beyond. The name itself is a whisper, a caution. It's a place people pass through but rarely stop. The silence here is profound. It's a living silence filled with the tiny, unseen movements of the forest, the gentle creak of a branch overhead, the distant call of a night bird, the rustle of something small in the undergrowth. You feel a sense of isolation here, a feeling of being watched, not by a person, but by the forest itself. It's a primal feeling, one that transcends the digital nature of this world. It's the feeling that has given birth to legends for thousands of years. And here, in this specific forest of pixels and textures, it gave birth to the most enduring myth in the history of the entire franchise: the legend of Bigfoot. It started as a rumor, a whisper on a message board. Someone claimed they saw it, a tall, dark, hairy figure moving between the trees at the edge of their vision. They tried to get closer, but it vanished. There was no proof, just a story. But a story was enough. It was a seed planted in the fertile imagination of a million players. People began to search. They came to these woods, to shady creeks and the Baco beyond, with a new purpose. They weren't looking for money or power. They were looking for magic, for proof that this world was more than just a collection of assets and scripts. Imagine you are one of them. You are walking deeper into the woods now. The air is cold on your cheeks. You pull your collar up. You move slowly, carefully, trying not to make a sound. Every shadow seems to take on a new shape. A gnarled tree stump becomes a crouching figure. The way the moonlight falls on a fern creates the illusion of a face. Your mind begins to play tricks on you. This is the power of suggestion, the power of a good story. You are not just seeing trees and rocks anymore. You are seeing possibilities. You are seeing the shape of the legend overlaid onto the landscape. The search for Bigfoot became an obsession for a dedicated few. They created methodologies. They mapped out patrol routes. They shared blurry screenshots, circling strange shapes in the fog, debating whether it was a glitch, a texture flaw, or something more. They would spend hours, days, just waiting, sitting silently in the digital wilderness, listening. Think about that for a moment. A game designed for chaos and destruction was being used for quiet, patient contemplation, for virtual nature watching. Players found a different kind of beauty in San Andreas. Not in the gleaming skyscrapers of Los Santos, but in the misty tranquility of these woods. They found strange clues that seemed to point to something hidden. A small, lonely cabin at shady creeks, with a map on the wall that some interpreted as showing Bigfoot sightings. Strange, oversized footprints that would appear and disappear. The developers, of course, remained silent for years. Their silence was the water and sun that allowed the myth to grow. They never confirmed it, but they never truly denied it either. This ambiguity was the key. It kept the hunt alive. It allowed people to believe. Because the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence, and in that space of uncertainty, wonder can flourish. You stop for a moment and lean against the rough bark of a pine tree. You close your eyes and just listen. The wind whispers through the high branches. A lonely sound. You can almost imagine it. A large, shy creature, living its solitary life out here, far from the noise and violence of the world. Not a monster to be feared, but a symbol of the wild, untamable spirit of the land itself. The legend became so powerful that it began to feed back on itself. Hoax videos appeared, cleverly edited to show a fleeting glimpse of the beast. These only fanned the flames, sending more hunters into the woods. The community of myth hunters became a subculture, with its own language, its own heroes, its own sacred sites. Years passed. New games were released, and the developers finally acknowledged the legend they had inadvertently created. In later iterations of the world, they would include explicit references, a mission where you hunt what turns out to be a man in a costume, and then finally, a genuine, playable Bigfoot. The myth became reality. But for many, that almost cheapened it. The magic was never in finding the creature. The magic was in the search. It was in the shared belief. It was in the quiet hours spent wandering these digital woods, hoping to see something impossible. It was a testament to our innate human need to find mystery in the world, even a world we know is artificial. You turn and begin to walk back towards the road. The forest seems less intimidating now, more peaceful. You didn't find a monster tonight, but you found a story about community and belief and the quiet beauty of a virtual wilderness. And as you leave the woods behind, you carry that quiet with you. Our journey now takes us from the damp, dark woods to the dry, open desert. The air grows warmer, thinner. The scent of pine is replaced by the smell of dust and dry rock. We are heading east to Bone County. This is a land of stark, beautiful emptiness. Red earth stretches to the horizon, dotted with hardy shrubs and towering cacti that look like silent sentinels. During the day, the sun beats down relentlessly. But at night, the desert comes alive in a different way. The heat of the day radiates back from the ground, a gentle warmth you can feel through the soles of your shoes. You find yourself standing beside a massive satellite dish, one of several that point towards the heavens. They are a strange sight out here. A monument to technology in a place that feels ancient and timeless. You place a hand on the cool metal of its base. It hums with a low, almost imperceptible energy. Above you, the Milky Way is a brilliant, shimmering smear across the sky. It's a place that makes you feel small. It's a place that invites you to look up and wonder about what's out there. And for the people of San Andreas, what's out there sometimes comes down here. Strange lights are often seen in the desert sky. Unexplained phenomena. UFOs. Like the Bigfoot myth, it began with whispers. Players flying planes at night would see lights that didn't behave like other aircraft. They would move too fast, change direction too suddenly, or simply vanish. Again, the blurry screenshots were shared. The debate raged. Was it a glitch? A reflection? Or were they really seeing alien craft? The desert became another hub for myth hunters. They would gather here, at the Big Ear satellite dish, or on the lonely landing strip of the Verdant Meadows airfield. They would wait, their eyes fixed on the sky, hoping to see the impossible. It was another form of quiet contemplation, a celestial vigil. But the desert holds a different kind of mystery, one that is not hiding in the shadows or the sky, but in plain sight. It is a philosophy, a way of life, a cult. It is the Epsilon program, and its message is simple, yet baffling. Kiflum. The Epsilon program is San Andreas' most elaborate and satirical secret. It's a parody of celebrity-driven religions, but it's presented with such a straight face that it becomes something more, something genuinely mysterious and compelling. It draws you in with promises of ultimate truth and enlightenment. Imagine you've heard the whispers, a radio advertisement, a strange pedestrian muttering the word Kiflum. You become curious. You find their website. It's a garish blue, filled with bizarre claims and testimonials. It tells you that the world is 157 years old, that everyone with a birthmark is a descendant of the fourth paradigm. That sperm is a lie. It's nonsense, but it's intriguing nonsense. You decide to follow the path. You donate your money. You are invited to a secret meeting place, a lonely, unremarkable house in the middle of nowhere. You step inside, The air is thick with incense. Everyone is wearing pale blue robes. They greet you with a strange salute and the word, Kiflom, brother, brother. You are drawn into their world. You are given tasks, bizarre, pointless, meditative tasks. You must wear their robes for days on end. You must find and deliver specific, mundane vehicles. You must wander the desert for miles, listening for a sign from the great leader, Chris Formage. It's a journey designed to break down your sense of self, your connection to the outside world. It is, in its own strange way, a form of meditation. The repetitive, seemingly meaningless tasks force you to stop thinking about your goals, your ambitions, your life of crime. You are just here now, wearing blue robes, walking in the desert. You feel the rough, cheap fabric of the epsilon robes against your skin. You feel the sun on your face as you walk. You listen to the sound of your own breathing. The world of San Andreas, with all its noise and chaos, fades away. All that's left is you, the desert, and the bizarre tenets of the program rattling around in your head. The 12 tenets of Kiflom. They are a masterpiece of satirical doublespeak. The world is 157 years old. Fact. Dinosaurs are a lie that people believe because they are weak. Fact. You are happy, you just don't know it. Fact. They are proclaimed with such certainty that a part of you almost wants to believe them. To believe would be so much simpler. To surrender your own judgment and just accept the truth as it is given to you. This is the seductive power of any cult. It offers simple answers to life's most complex questions. It offers community. It offers a sense of purpose, no matter how absurd that purpose may be. Your journey with the Epsilon program takes you to their headquarters, a remote ranch, hidden away in the desert canyons. It is an oasis of strange tranquility. Wind chimes tinkle in the breeze. People in blue robes tend to gardens or sit staring at walls, deep in meditation. It is peaceful, but it is an unnerving peace, the peace of surrendered will. You meet the leader, Chris Formage, a man with a perfect tan, bleached teeth, and an unnerving smile. He speaks in platitudes and cosmic truths. He tells you that you are special, that you are on the path to enlightenment. All you have to do is keep giving them your money. The final test is the ultimate act of faith. You are told to deliver a car full of cash to a specific location. You are told to trust the process, to trust Kiflom. You can choose to follow your orders, to surrender the money, and achieve their form of salvation, or you can betray them, take the money, and face their wrath. But tonight, we are not interested in that choice. We are interested in the feeling of being part of something secret and strange, the feeling of walking through the desert at dawn, wearing robes, listening for a truth that may or may not exist. The Epsilon program is a joke, but it's a joke that points to a deeper truth. We are all searching for something to believe in. We are all looking for a path to follow. And sometimes the paths we find are winding and strange and lead us to a lonely ranch in the middle of the desert. You walk away from the ranch, leaving the soft blue robes and the gentle wind chimes behind. You are back in the real world of San Andreas. But a part of that strange, quiet blue world stays with you. The desert seems different now. Not just empty, but filled with a strange, invisible energy. Kiflom. The word echoes in your mind. A silly, meaningless, and somehow perfect summary of the strangeness you've just experienced. There are other ghosts in this machine, smaller, more fleeting mysteries that add to the state's strange atmosphere. They are the digital equivalent of local legends, stories told about a specific bend in the road or a particular abandoned building. Journey with me to the foot of Mount Chiliad, the largest mountain in the state, a colossal beast of rock and forest. There is a winding road that snakes its way up the side of this mountain. It's a treacherous drive with sharp turns and steep drop-offs. Find a place to pull over. It's late. A thick fog has rolled in, blanketing the mountainside. The air is heavy with moisture. You can barely see a few feet in front of you. The world has been reduced to your immediate surroundings. The gravel at your feet, the dark shape of a pine tree, the oppressive, silent wall of white fog. And then you see it. Headlights. A car is coming down the mountain, but it's coming too fast. And there's no sound, no engine noise, just the crunch of tires on gravel. A beat-up, rusty Glendale saloon emerges from the fog. Its front end is smashed in. The driver's side door is missing, and there is no one in the driver's seat. It rolls past you, a silent, wounded beast, and continues its journey down the mountain before disappearing back into the fog. This is a ghost car, a phenomenon players have reported for years. A vehicle that appears damaged and driverless and rolls silently down a hill before vanishing. There are logical explanations, of course. A glitch in the game's spawning system, a car that is generated on a slope and simply begins to roll due to the physics engine. But the logical explanation is not the interesting one. The interesting explanation is that the car is a ghost, an echo of a long-forgotten crash, a spirit forever bound to repeat its final journey. You stand there in the fog, listening. The only sound is the dripping of water from the trees. The moment has passed. The ghost is gone. But the memory of it lingers. The image of that silent, empty car is unsettling. It suggests a story that you will never know the ending to. Who was driving? What happened on this lonely mountain road? The game provides no answers. It only provides the ghost. Let's travel to another haunted place. We leave the mountains and head back towards the city, towards Los Santos. But we stop in the suburbs, in a quiet, wooded area known as Blueberry. It's a peaceful place. Small farms, rolling fields. But there is a building here, an abandoned slaughterhouse, the Panopticon. Even its name is unsettling. You approach it at dusk. The setting sun casts long, distorted shadows. The building is dilapidated. Windows are broken. The paint is peeling. A faint, unpleasant smell seems to linger in the air, a memory of what used to happen here. A strange red light emanates from within. Not a fire, just a soft, pulsating crimson glow. It spills out of the broken windows, staining the ground outside. You peer inside. The interior is a wreck. Rusty hooks hang from the ceiling. But the light has no obvious source. It just is. Players have speculated for years about the meaning of this place. Some say it's just a graphical choice by the designers to make the building feel more sinister. Others believe it is connected to something deeper, a secret mission that was never finished. A clue to one of the state's other mysteries. You don't go inside. You just stand and watch the strange red light as darkness falls. It feels like the building is breathing. a slow, rhythmic pulse of red. It is another of San Andreas's quiet, unexplained moments. A pocket of strangeness in an otherwise ordinary world. It doesn't need an explanation to be effective. The mystery is the point. There are more, so many more. The mysterious photographer who appears on the roadside, takes your picture, and then walks into the sea to drown. The strange leather-clad figure who stands beside a buried car in the desert, unmoving, unresponsive. The eerie, glowing grave in a Los Santos cemetery. Each one is a small tear in the fabric of the game's reality, a moment that doesn't quite make sense. They are the details that make the world feel less like a manufactured product and more like a real place. A place with a history, with secrets, with ghosts. These myths and legends serve a purpose beyond just entertainment. They transform the player from a consumer into an explorer, an archaeologist, a detective. They encourage you to slow down, to look closer, to wander off the beaten path and see what you can find. They create a sense of wonder. In a world of explicit goals and clear objectives, these mysteries are a breath of fresh air. They are questions without answers, and that is a rare and beautiful thing. Our journey is coming to an end. We find ourselves back in the desert, but this time, we are on a high plateau, looking down at the glittering lights of Las Venturas. The city is a jewel box of neon and ambition, spread out on the desert floor. It's beautiful from up here, detached, silent. You sit on a cool, flat rock and look up at the sky. The stars are bright. The air is still. You think back on the things you have seen tonight. A mythical beast in a moonlit forest, a strange cult in the sun-baked desert, a ghost car on a foggy mountain. These are the stories that give San Andreas its soul. Not the stories of crime and betrayal, but the stories of wonder and mystery. They are the folklore of the digital age. They show us that no matter how carefully a world is constructed, there will always be cracks. And in those cracks, imagination will grow. We search for these things because we want to believe that the world is more interesting than it appears. We want to believe that there are secrets hidden just beneath the surface, waiting to be discovered. Whether that world is made of atoms or of code makes little difference. The impulse is the same. The wind picks up a little, a cool and gentle sigh across the desert. It carries with it the faint, distant sounds of the city below. A world of noise and hurry. But up here, there is only peace. The peace of the vast, empty desert and the star-filled sky. The myths of San Andreas are a reminder to look for the quiet places, to listen to the whispers, to embrace the mysteries, to understand that sometimes the search is more important than the destination, and that even in a world of make-believe, you can find something that feels profoundly real. Let the image of the desert at night fill your mind, the cool rock beneath you, the gentle breeze on your skin, the silent, glittering city far below. Let it be a peaceful place, a place of quiet contemplation. Let the mysteries of San Andreas fade into the background, leaving only a sense of calm and gentle wonder. There is nothing left to do now. Nothing to solve, just rest. You turn your back on the deep woods. The search for one mystery concludes, but another is always waiting to begin. You find your way back to the road, the smooth surface of the asphalt, a welcome change from the uneven forest floor. The engine of your car hums into life, a low and steady companion in the quiet of the night. The world of San Andreas feels different after dark. The landscape that was so vibrant and alive under the sun becomes a place of shadows and secrets. As you drive, the radio plays a soft melody, barely audible over the sound of the tires on the road. Your journey takes you away from the wild countryside and back towards the sprawling urban heart of the state, towards the city of Los Santos. Because not all myths hide in the dark of the forest. Some are written on the very walls of the city, etched into its memory. Your destination is a place of quiet reflection, even in the middle of a bustling metropolis. The Los Santos Cemetery, a place where stories end, and where one particular story begins again each night. Driving through the sleeping city is a peaceful experience. The usual chaos of traffic has subsided. Streetlights cast long, golden pools of light onto empty streets. You see the occasional lone car pass by, its headlights cutting through the darkness before disappearing around a corner. It feels as though you have the entire city to yourself, a private kingdom of concrete and light. You arrive at the cemetery gates. They are tall and wrought iron, standing like silent sentinels. You leave your car by the curb and step out into the cool night air. It feels crisp and clean against your skin. The faint sound of distant city life is all that breaks the silence. That and the soft crunch of your own footsteps on the pavement as you walk towards the entrance. Inside, the atmosphere is one of profound stillness. Moonlight filters down through the leaves of old cypress trees, dappling the grass and the weathered headstones in shades of silver and gray. You walk along a narrow path, your eyes scanning the rows of monuments. Each one is a small testament to a life lived, a story now entrusted to the earth. Your destination is not a grave, but a wall. A simple brick wall on the edge of the cemetery grounds. And there, you see it, faintly illuminated by the ambient glow of the city beyond. It is a piece of graffiti. The tag reads "Families for Life," a declaration of loyalty from one of the city's many street gangs. At a glance, it seems ordinary, but this spray-painted message holds a strange secret. The legend is a curious one, passed around on old internet forums and in late-night conversations. The tag is said to be a ghost. It appears only at night. When the sun rises and morning light touches the wall, the graffiti vanishes completely, leaving behind nothing but bare brick, only to reappear once more when darkness falls, a phantom message from the city's troubled soul. You find a quiet bench nearby, its surface cool to the touch. You decide to wait, to see for yourself if the story is true. You sit and watch the wall, the painted words a stark black against the faded red of the bricks. The night deepens around you. The moon climbs higher in the sky. It is a patient vigil, a quiet communion with one of the city's hidden whispers. It gives you time to think about how these stories come to be. Perhaps it is a simple glitch in the game's code, a texture that fails to load correctly depending on the time of day, a simple technical error. But human imagination is a powerful thing. We do not see a glitch. We see a ghost. We see a story. We transform a line of code into a piece of folklore. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, the sky begins to change. The deep, inky black softens to a shade of bruised purple along the eastern horizon, the first hints of dawn. A cool breeze rustles the leaves in the trees above you. The world is holding its breath, waiting for the sun. The first birds begin to sing their tentative morning song. You turn your attention back to the wall. The light is growing, painting the world in soft pastel colors. You watch the graffiti, your eyes fixed on the black letters, and as the sun's first rays crest the buildings of the city, something strange happens. The tag seems to fade, to lose its solidity. It becomes transparent, a mere shadow of itself, until finally it is gone. The wall is bare. You walk over and run your hand along the bricks. They are rough and cool, with no trace of paint. No sign that anything was ever there. Was it a trick of the light? Or did you just witness a small digital miracle? The question hangs in the morning air, unanswered. And that feels right. The mystery is more beautiful than any simple explanation could ever be. Leaving the city behind once more, you feel the pull of the wilderness again. There is another story calling to you from the shadows of the countryside. This one is not written on a wall, but is told in the twisted metal of a car that should not be. You head back out, towards the dense forests of shady creeks. The area is known for its winding dirt roads and thick stands of pine trees. The canopy is so dense in places that it blocks out much of the daylight, creating a permanent state of twilight. You drive slowly, the car bumping gently over the uneven track. The air smells of damp earth and pine needles. It is a place that feels ancient and secretive. You find the spot described in the stories, a steep, wooded incline tucked away off the main path. You park your vehicle and continue on foot. The ground is soft with fallen leaves muffling your footsteps. The silence here is different from the city cemetery. It is a living silence, filled with the quiet hum of the forest itself. The legend you have come to find is that of the ghost car. People speak of a specific vehicle, a Glendale sedan, appearing from nowhere at the top of this very hill. It is always driverless. Its body is often battered and broken, as if it has already suffered a terrible accident. They say it rolls silently down the slope, only to crash at the bottom. And then, the cycle repeats. An endless, mournful journey. It is a peculiar kind of haunting, not of a person, but of an object. A machine trapped in a loop of its own destruction. As you approach the crest of the hill, you feel a sense of anticipation. It is not fear, but a quiet curiosity, a desire to witness this strange mechanical sorrow for yourself. You find a safe vantage point, a little way down the slope, partially hidden by a large oak tree. From here, you can see both the top of the hill and the clearing at the bottom where the car is said to crash. You settle in to wait. Time seems to slow down. You notice the little details of the forest around you, the way moss grows in a thick green carpet on the side of a fallen log, the intricate pattern of a spider's web glistening with dew. Then you see it, just as the stories described, at the very top of the hill, where moments before there was nothing, now sits a car, a pale, battered Glendale. It rests there for a moment, silent and still, like an animal pausing before it moves. The paint is scratched and faded, and one of the headlights is smashed. It looks weary. With an unnerving grace, it begins to move. It rolls forward, slowly at first, its wheels turning without a sound. There is no rumble of an engine, no driver at the wheel. It is propelled by nothing more than gravity and its own strange purpose. It picks up speed as it descends the muddy slope, swerving slightly as it navigates the uneven terrain. It glides past your hiding place, a phantom of rusted steel and shattered glass. For a brief second, you can see inside the empty cabin, the torn upholstery on the seats, the cracked dashboard, It is a vessel of forgotten journeys now on its final repeating path. You feel a strange sense of pity for this inanimate object. The car reaches the bottom of the hill and collides with a cluster of large rocks. The impact is a dull, heavy thud that echoes briefly through the trees. Not a loud crash, but a sound of finality. The Glendale comes to a rest, its front end crumpled against the stones. And then, there is only silence once more. You watch the wreck, expecting it to vanish, but it remains. You look back up to the top of the hill. The spot where the car first appeared is now empty. The phenomenon is over, at least for now. You know with a certainty you cannot explain that if you were to leave and come back, the wreck at the bottom would be gone, and the Glendale would be waiting at the top of the hill, ready to begin its descent once more. This, too, is almost certainly a glitch. A quirk in the game's code that spawns this specific car model in this specific location. A location that happens to be on a steep hill. The game's physics engine simply does the rest. It is a beautiful accident. A flaw in the system that has created one of its most enduring and poetic myths. It reminds you that sometimes the most compelling stories are not the ones that were written on purpose, but the ones that emerge from the spaces in between. The ghosts in the machine. Close your eyes, settle in and feel the weight of your body supported. Let the day fall away. All that is left is the quiet darkness and the sound of my voice. Imagine you are standing on a quiet street. It is just before dawn. The air is cool and still, carrying a faint scent of damp concrete and the distant sea. Above you, the sky is a deep, velvety indigo, just beginning to soften at the eastern edge. A single street lamp casts a warm orange glow on the pavement, painting long shadows that stretch out like sleeping giants. There are no sounds of chaos, no sirens, no shouts, just the gentle hum of a city holding its breath, waiting for the sun. You are not here for a mission. There is no objective marker on your map, no pressing call on your phone. You are simply here to watch, to listen, to feel the pulse of a digital world as it slowly, peacefully wakes up. Tonight, we are not interested in the grand theft. We are interested in the grand peace. The quiet moments tucked away in the code, the unintentional beauty that blossoms in the spaces between the mayhem. The first hint of light is a fragile line of pale gold on the horizon. You are in Vice City, standing on the sands of Ocean Beach. The waves are a soft, rhythmic whisper, shushing the shore again and again. Each wave catches the nascent light, its crest a momentary flash of silver before it dissolves into white foam. The sand beneath your feet is cool and fine. A few palm trees, silhouetted against the growing light, sway in a barely perceptible breeze. Their fronds rustle with a sound like dry paper. The pastel-colored Art Deco hotels along the strip are still dark, their neon signs dormant. They look like sleeping creatures from another era. The sky shifts from indigo to a soft violet, then to a blush of rose and orange. The colors bleed into one another, soft and watercolor-like. It is a spectacle painted by an algorithm, a sunrise designed to be beautiful, and for this one moment, it is just for you. The first car of the day hums past on the distant road, its headlights cutting cones of white through the pre-dawn gloom. The sound is gentle, a sign of life returning, but it doesn't disturb the peace. It only serves to highlight how quiet everything is. Now, the scene shifts. The light changes. You are no longer by the sea. You are high in the Vinewood Hills, looking down over the vast expanse of Los Santos. The sun is still below the horizon, but its light is catching the thin layer of haze that often hangs over the city. It transforms the urban sprawl into a sea of soft, muted purples and blues. The millions of lights below are a galaxy of tiny stars, a mirror of the fading night sky above. The air up here is thin and crisp. You can smell the dry scent of the scrubland plants around you, sage and dust. A coyote yips in the distance, a lonely, wild sound on the edge of the metropolis. The city is a sleeping beast. Its freeways are dark arteries, almost empty. Only a few lone vehicles trace paths of red and white light through the darkness. You can see the dark shape of the Maze Bank Tower, the tallest peak in this man-made mountain range. As the sun's glow intensifies, the edges of the buildings sharpen. The city begins to take on form and color. The haze turns from purple to a warm, dusty orange. It feels like you are the only person awake in the world, a silent observer watching a metropolis stir from its slumber. One more sunrise this time. You are in a different world entirely, a world of grit and steel. You are standing on the Algonquin Bridge in Liberty City. The air here has a different taste. It is heavy, damp, with a metallic tang from the river and the industry that lines its banks. The sky is not the clear canvas of Los Santos or the pastel dream of Vice City. It is a bruised, moody gray, but the rising sun finds a way to make it beautiful. It tears a rift in the clouds, pouring molten gold onto the dark, choppy water of the West River. The Statue of Happiness holds her torch aloft, a dark silhouette against the impossible light. The early morning traffic is beginning to build. Yellow taxis and city buses rumble across the bridge, their vibrations traveling up through the soles of your feet. The sound is a low, deep thrum, the first note in the city's daily symphony. Pigeons coo from the girders above, their soft calls a gentle counterpoint to the growing roar of the traffic. You are not a part of the rush. You are still. You are an island of calm in the middle of a river of steel and purpose, watching the new day anoint the grimy, beautiful city with a promise of light. As the sun climbs higher, the cities come alive. The gentle hum of dawn gives way to the complex chorus of midday. Let's leave the grand vistas and find a smaller, more intimate pocket of peace. Imagine you are sitting on a park bench in Middle Park, Liberty City. The sun is warm on your face. The light is filtered through the leaves of the old trees, dappling the ground in shifting patterns of light and shade. You can feel the rough, weathered wood of the bench against your back. People stroll by. They are lines of code, simple routines, but for a moment they feel real. A man in a suit talks on his phone, his voice a low murmur. A woman jogs past, her trainers making soft padding sounds on the gravel path. Two friends sit on the grass, sharing a can of Sprunk. Their laughter, a bright, harmless sound. A hot dog vendor stands by his cart, the steam from his stand rising in a lazy curl, carrying the faint, savory scent of onions. These are the city's background characters, the extras in your movie. They exist to make the world feel alive, but in these quiet moments, you are the background character in their stories. You are just another person sitting on a bench. They walk past without a second glance. There is a profound sense of anonymity in this, a freedom. You can simply sit and observe, a ghost in the machine, and watch the tiny programmed lives play out. The world doesn't revolve around you. It just is. And you are a part of it. Now let's find another kind of midday peace. You are in the Gran Senora Desert in San Andreas. The heat is a physical presence. You can feel it radiating up from the cracked earth. The air shimmers, making the distant mountains wobble as if seen through water. The sun is a white-hot coin directly overhead. It bleaches the color from the landscape, leaving pale shades of ochre, tan, and gray. It is not a gentle place. It is harsh, vast, and empty. But there is a deep, abiding quiet here. The only sounds are the wind, a low, mournful sigh that blows across the sand, and the distant, almost imperceptible hum of a lone propeller plane high in the blue expanse of the sky. A tumbleweed, a perfect cliché, rolls slowly across the road. You can see the individual spines of the cacti, the delicate, paper-thin petals of a desert flower blooming defiantly in the shade of a rock. There is no one here, no traffic, no voices, just the immense, crushing silence of the desert. It is a silence so profound it seems to have a sound of its own. It pushes against your eardrums, cleanses your mind of clutter. It is the peace of emptiness, the beauty of desolation. This is a different kind of world building, not the dense, overlapping lives of the city, but the careful, deliberate creation of nothing. The developers who built this world understood that for the city to feel loud and chaotic, there must be places that are quiet and still. They painted this desert with a palette of silence. They understood that sometimes the most immersive experience is not being surrounded by life, but by the stark, beautiful absence of it. You stand there feeling the sun on your skin, and you are just a tiny speck in a vast, uncaring, and wonderfully peaceful landscape. Let's talk about the radio, the constant companion, the soul of every journey. More than the cars, more than the missions, it is the radio that gives each city its unique heart. It is the soundtrack to your solitude. Imagine you are in a car, any car, a sleek, low-slung cheetah perhaps, or a humble, reliable emperor. It does not matter. The car is just a vessel, a mobile listening booth. You are driving through the neon-soaked streets of Vice City at dusk. The sky is a deep, bruised purple. The streetlights and signs reflect in the puddles on the road, creating a shimmering, electric watercolor. You switch on the radio, the dial scans past static, past snippets of other stations, and then it lands. Emotion 98.3. A power ballad swells from the speakers. A song of heartbreak and longing, powered by synthesizers and a soaring saxophone solo. Fernando Martinez, the DJ, comes on the air, his voice smooth and full of misplaced passion. He speaks of love, of ladies, of the beauty of the night. It is cheesy, it is over the top, but in this moment, it is perfect. The music matches the city's aesthetic of glorious, beautiful excess. It is the sound of sunset over the ocean, of pink suits and fast cars. You are not just driving, you are inhabiting a moment, a perfect fusion of sight and sound. The music makes the city feel more real, more itself. Now you are in a different car, on a different road. You are in a dusty Sadler pickup truck, cruising through the pine-scented countryside of Whetstone in San Andreas. The sun is low, casting long shadows from the tall trees. The air smells of pine needles and damp earth. You turn the dial. K. Rose. The voice of Mary Beth Maybell, sweet as molasses, fills the cab. She plays a classic country song about a lost dog, or a broken heart, or the simple joy of a cold beer on a hot day. The gentle twang of the steel guitar, the simple, honest lyrics, they fit this landscape perfectly. This is not the music of the city. It is the music of the people who live outside it, the people who work the land and fix their own engines. Listening to K. Rose here, in this truck, on this road, is a form of digital method acting. You feel a connection to this place. The music tells you its story. It is a story of quiet dignity, of small joys and simple truths. It slows your heart rate. It makes you want to drive a little slower, to take in the scenery, to appreciate the quiet beauty of the setting sun through the trees. Let's try one more. You are in Liberty City. It is late, very late. The streets are slick with a recent shower, and the traffic has thinned to a trickle. You are in a beat-up sedan, the engine humming a low, steady tune. You need something to match the mood. Something contemplative. Something for the lonely hours after midnight. You find the journey. The ambient music station. There are no lyrics, no DJ, just waves of sound, synthesizer pads that swell and recede like a slow tide, electronic textures that glitter like distant city lights. It is music that doesn't demand your attention. It asks for nothing. It simply creates a space, a calm, meditative bubble inside your car. As you drive over the Broker Bridge, the vast, illuminated skyline of Algonquin spread out before you, the music feels like the city's own inner monologue, its dream state. It is the perfect soundtrack for introspection, for watching the world go by from a safe distance. The music seems to understand the loneliness of the big city, but it also finds a deep, serene beauty in it. It tells you that it's okay to be alone, to be quiet, to be still in a city that never sleeps. It is a digital lullaby for a concrete giant. And what about when the weather turns? When the clear skies of a perfect day are replaced by a sudden downpour? For many, rain in a game is an inconvenience, a visual obstacle. But here, in this quiet space, we can see it for what it is, a moment of profound, atmospheric beauty. Picture it. You are parked on a side street in Los Santos. The first drops begin to fall. They are large, heavy drops that leave dark, coin-sized spots on the dry pavement. Then more come, faster and faster, until the sound is a steady, rhythmic drumming on the roof of your car. It is a sound that is both inside and outside. You are cocooned in your metal shell, safe and dry, while the world outside is being washed clean. The rain streaks down the windscreen, blurring the neon signs of the shops opposite into long, beautiful trails of color. Reds, blues, and greens run together like wet paint. The streetlights cast halos in the moist air. You watch as a pedestrian, a simple collection of polygons and textures, opens an umbrella and hurries for cover. Their animation is simple, but the effect is powerful. The world is reacting. It is alive. It feels the rain just as you do. Look at the road. The tarmac, once a dull gray, is now a black mirror, reflecting the entire world back at itself. Every headlight, every traffic signal, every neon sign is doubled, creating a vibrant, shimmering duplicate of the city on the ground. The detail is incredible. You can see the tiny ripples in the puddles as raindrops hit them. You can see the spray kicked up by the tires of a passing car, a fine mist that hangs in the air under the streetlights. The sound design is just as detailed. It is not just one sound of rain. It is the drumming on the roof, the softer patter on the glass, the splash of tires through a puddle, the distant, comforting rumble of thunder. Now, imagine the rain in a different place. You are deep in the forests of Blaine County. You have taken shelter under the thick canopy of a pine tree. The rain here sounds different. It is not the hard drumming on metal, but a soft, deep hissing as millions of drops fall on countless leaves and needles. The forest floor, which was dry and dusty, now smells rich and earthy. The scent of wet pine, of damp soil, of life. The colors of the forest are deeper, more vibrant. The green of the moss on the tree trunks is almost luminous. The dark brown of the bark is slick and shiny. The light filtering through the trees is dim, gray, and soft. It is a peaceful, gentle light. It feels ancient and calm. Every so often, a larger drop of water, having gathered on a leaf above, falls with a soft plop on the ground near you. You are completely alone. There is no one for miles, just you, the trees, and the soft, steady rhythm of the rain. It is a baptism, a moment of quiet contemplation, provided by a complex weather system in a digital world. It is a reminder that beauty isn't always in the sun. Sometimes it is in the gray, in the quiet, in the cleansing fall of the rain. As the rain subsides and day turns to evening, the world prepares for another transformation. The golden hour arrives. That magical fleeting time between the harsh light of day and the deep dark of night. It is a favorite of filmmakers and photographers, and the artists who build these worlds know its power well. Imagine you are on the pier at Del Perro Beach in Los Santos. The sun is sinking towards the Pacific Ocean. It is a huge, fiery orange ball, and it paints the underside of the clouds in spectacular shades of pink, orange, and purple. The light is soft and warm, and it makes everything look beautiful. It smooths out the harsh edges of the world, bathing everything in a gentle, nostalgic glow. The waves are a deep, dark blue, tipped with gold. The sand seems to glow. The sounds of the pier are gentle. The distant laughter of people on the Ferris wheel, the cry of a seagull, the soft creak of the wooden planks beneath your feet. You are leaning on the railing, feeling the slight vibration of the structure as the waves roll in beneath it. The sea air is cool and salty on your skin. You are just watching the sky put on its evening show. A simple, profound pleasure. Now you are in the countryside of San Andreas again, near Leafy Hollow. The golden hour here is different. The low sun streams through the trees, creating long, dramatic shadows that stretch across the rolling hills. The light is thick, almost tangible, and it is filled with tiny, glittering particles of dust and pollen. It looks like liquid gold pouring through the forest. The colors of the autumn leaves on the trees are incredibly rich. Fiery reds, deep oranges, brilliant yellows. The world feels warm and sleepy. A gentle breeze rustles the leaves, a soft, whispering sound. A deer, rendered with surprising grace, steps out from between the trees, takes a drink from a stream, and melts back into the woods. It is a perfect, unscripted moment of natural beauty. These moments are deliberate. They are crafted. The programmers and artists who built this world specifically coded the sun to cast this light at this time of day. They chose these colors for the sky. They designed the length of the shadows. They did all this not for a mission, not for a gunfight, but simply to make the world feel real, to give it moments of breathtaking, pointless beauty. They are gifts left for the player to find, a reward not for winning, but for simply being there, for paying attention, for stopping, for just a moment, to watch the sun go down. And then, night falls. Not the gentle dusk, but the deep, true night. The city becomes a different creature altogether. It is a world of light and shadow, of mystery and quiet solitude. You are flying. You have found a helicopter, and you are hovering high above the city. It could be any of them. Liberty City, Los Santos, Vice City. From up here, they all share a similar magic. Below you is a vast, intricate circuit board of light. A glittering carpet of orange, white, and red jewels, stretching as far as you can see. The major boulevards are rivers of light, flowing with the headlights and taillights of countless tiny vehicles. The skyscrapers are towers of illuminated windows, each window a tiny story you will never know. The sound of the city is gone. All you can hear is the rhythmic whump, whump, whump of the helicopter blades and the rush of the wind. It is profoundly peaceful. The chaos and the noise of the streets are reduced to a silent, beautiful pattern. You can see the whole system at once. The grid of the streets, the clusters of light in the downtown core, the darker patches of the parks and industrial areas, the string of lights along the coastline. It is orderly. It is beautiful. From this height, the city is not a place of crime and conflict. It is a breathtaking human achievement, a testament to ambition rendered in light. Let's come back down to earth, to the quiet places where the night is even deeper. You are on the slopes of Mount Chiliad. The city is a distant glow on the horizon, a faint orange stain against the blackness. Up here, there are other lights to see. The sky is immense. Free from the light pollution of the city, it is filled with a dazzling spray of stars. The artists have painted a beautiful night sky, a swirl of constellations, and the faint, milky band of a galaxy. It is a sight that many people in the real world, living in real cities, rarely get to see. The air is cold. A gentle wind whispers through the pine trees, a low, sighing sound. The silence is deep. You feel small, insignificant in the face of the vastness of the mountain and the sky, and it is a wonderful feeling. It is the peace that comes from perspective. The problems and pressures of the world below seem very far away. Here, under the digital stars, there is only the quiet majesty of the natural world, a world that existed long before the city and will exist long after. A place of deep time and deep peace. You can feel the texture of the rough rock you are sitting on, the chill of it seeping through your clothes. It is a grounding sensation, connecting you to this virtual earth. Finally, let's consider the journey itself. The simple act of driving. Not to a destination, not as part of a mission, but driving for its own sake. This is perhaps the most meditative experience these worlds have to offer. Imagine you are on the Great Ocean Highway just north of Los Santos. It is late afternoon. The sun is on your left, glinting off the surface of the ocean. You are in a comfortable, heavy car, a classic convertible like a Peyote or a Manana. The top is down. You can feel the warm wind in your hair and smell the salt from the sea. You have a good radio station on, maybe Los Santos Rock Radio. A classic rock anthem is playing, a song you know all the words to. You are not driving fast. You are just cruising. Your hands are steady on the wheel. You feel the gentle pull of the car as it navigates the sweeping curves of the coast road. To your left is the endless blue of the ocean. To your right are the brown, sun-baked hills of the Tongva Valley. There are no other cars around. It is just you, the road, the car, the song, and the scenery. There is a simple, pure joy in this, a feeling of freedom, a state of flow. Your mind is not occupied with tasks or worries. It is focused only on the present moment. The feeling of the road, the sound of the music, the beauty of the light. Let's change the scene. You are driving at night, through the rain, in the heart of Algonquin. You are in a modern, quiet car with a comfortable interior. The rain is drumming on the roof. The wipers swish back and forth in a steady, hypnotic rhythm. The radio is playing something soft. The city lights are smeared and beautiful through the wet windscreen. You are warm and dry. You are anonymous. Just another set of headlights in the rain. You drive through tunnels where the orange lights flash by one after another. You cross bridges with the dark, churning water below. You are moving, but you are also still. A calm center in a moving world. There is no goal here. The journey is the destination. The developers of these games spent countless hours perfecting the physics of the cars. The way they handle, the way they feel, the sound of their engines. They did this for the high-speed chases and the getaways, of course. But the result of their work is that it also feels good to just drive, to obey the traffic laws, to stop at a red light and watch the digital people cross the street, to signal before you turn, to simply exist in their world as a peaceful participant, not a chaotic disruptor, to find a kind of zen in the simple act of following the road. These worlds, so famous for their noise and their fury, are built on a foundation of quiet. They are filled with spaces designed for peace. They are filled with unintentional beauty and with intentional moments of calm. From the first light of dawn on a quiet beach to the gentle hum of a park at midday, from the warmth of the golden hour to the cool solitude of a rainy night, from the perfect song on the radio to the simple, meditative joy of a long drive with no destination. These are not just backdrops for action. They are worlds, living, breathing places. And like any world, real or virtual, they hold secret pockets of tranquility for those who are willing to look for them. For those who are willing to put down their weapons, turn off the mission objectives, and just be. To stand still and listen. To watch the sun set. To feel the rain. To find the soul of the city, not in its grand conflicts, but in its quietest, most peaceful moments. And so our journey through these digital landscapes comes to a gentle close. We have seen cities rise and fall, followed heroes on their troubled paths, and explored the myths that grow in the spaces between the code. And now, we have found the peace that lies beneath it all, the quiet hum of the world, waiting for you to listen. Imagine yourself now, in that quiet place you found. Perhaps it is high on a mountain, with the stars laid out above you like a blanket of diamonds. Or perhaps it is in a car, parked by the ocean, listening to the soft rhythm of the waves and the even softer rhythm of your own breathing. The engine is off. The radio is silent. There is nothing left to do, nowhere left to go. There is only this moment, this perfect, quiet stillness. Let the details of that world fade away, but keep the feeling of calm, the feeling of peace. Carry it with you into your own dreams. The night is here. It is safe. It is quiet. And you can rest now. Sleep well. And in that quiet moment, something shifts. The city, which was once a playground of chaos, becomes something else entirely. It becomes a place of observation, a living diorama. You are no longer a participant in its grand, violent story. You are simply a witness to its smaller, quieter ones. The stories that unfold on every street corner, every second of its simulated day. You begin to notice the soundscape. Not the gunfire or the police sirens of a mission, but the city's resting heartbeat. Stand still on a pavement in Broker, and you can hear it. The distant rumble of the elevated train, the gentle thrum of traffic crossing the Algonquin Bridge, the muffled sound of a radio playing from an apartment window above, a song you almost recognize before it fades. These are the sounds of a place that is alive, a place that breathes in and out, whether you are there to hear it or not. There is a unique peace to be found in this digital anonymity. You can stand in the middle of a bustling crowd in Star Junction, and no one sees you. You are a ghost in the machine, a silent observer watching countless simulated lives intersect. A man checks his watch. A woman talks on her phone, her expression animated. A couple argues quietly. None of it is for your benefit. It is simply the city being itself. You find your own quiet places, that little park in Vice Point, tucked away behind the hotels, where the light filters through the palm trees in a particular way in the late afternoon, or the top of Mount Chiliad, long after the tourists have gone, when the only sound is the whisper of the wind, and the whole of San Andreas is laid out below you like a blanket of tiny twinkling lights. A sea of silent stories. These digital spaces can feel as familiar as real memories. You remember the specific curve of a road, the way the rain makes the neon signs of downtown Los Santos bleed into shimmering puddles on the asphalt, the lonely, melancholic call of a foghorn from the docks of Liberty City on an overcast morning. These are not mission objectives or strategic locations. They are places you have simply been, places you have inhabited. And as you stand here, in your chosen spot of quiet contemplation, the world continues its endless, elegant dance. A garbage truck rumbles past, its lights flashing amber. A plane traces a silent silver line across the deep purple of the twilight sky. The city is a complex, beautiful machine, and for now you have found the place between its gears. The silent space where you can simply rest and watch it turn. Perhaps this is the true soul of the city, not in the headlines or the high-stakes drama, but here, in the overlooked details, the textures on a brick wall, the gentle sway of trees in the wind, the quiet hum of a world that lives and breathes all on its own. It asks nothing of you. It simply offers a space to be, a place to be still. And as the last light fades from the digital sky, you feel a deep sense of peace settle over you. The city is going to sleep, and you, its silent visitor, can drift away with it.